Okay, so we have Jacob. Jacob, I'm Doug. Your last name, I won't say it on air.
Buer.
Oh, okay, we'll say it on air.
Buer.
That's, do you know what heritage that is?
German and Swiss.
Yeah. I thought it was German and Dutch, but yeah, okay. Because I come from a Mennonite background. Do you know what that is?
Yes, Mennonite. Amish.
Kind of. Amish light. We have cars and trucks and big tractors and stuff. But there's a name in Mennonite circles that's similar to that. But anyhow, so you want to talk about what's happening on campus
Correct.
with the Palestinian-Israel thing.
Correct.
What's happening?
So right now we got a lot of people, of course. Excuse me, just 1 second.
No problem. I'll take a drink. Cheers.
Cheers. Right now we have a thing where at Purdue, in the community room the last couple of weeks, a lot of supporters of Palestine have been, which I want to be clear, they're renting out the room, but, it's still like, wow, right in the middle of campus they're doing it. So it made me wonder, why are they doing it? Because a lot of the people who came the first couple of weeks...
Doing what?
Meeting, talking about their beliefs, having free cake to give out to college kids, and college kids love free food.
Yeah, everybody loves free cake.
Yeah. But, I don't see a lot of Israel supporters doing that, and that's something that has to change because that's how they're growing their base. And then once they get you in the door at that, they just
Why do you
keep
think
building.
there's fewer Israel supporters doing that?
So there's 2 Jewish frats on campus. There's about 80 to 100 members in them. But the reason why I believe that there's fewer people is because social media. If I go on Instagram, I can't find a Jewish sticker to post. I can find a Palestine sticker to post, or a Saudi Arabia sticker to post. I can find, and I want to be very clear, we're not talking about this much, but I can find a Pride Month sticker to post. I can't find a Trump sticker to post on there, right? So I think that's a big reason, is we've seen it on social media at my age now, and luckily I've seen past it. I'm, more right than left. But the average person who played video games, now they're in college, or they were in cheerleading and now they're in college, and they're looking at it and they're like, wow, like they're looking at it and they're saying, this Palestine thing, it looks like these are the cool guys,
So are you against the Palestinian supporters doing what they're doing? Or you just wish there was more?
I support Israel.
Okay.
So I want to make that clear. Yeah, I support Israel. So when this is out there, I support Israel. But, I guess what I would say is I want there to be awareness. Part of why I'm happy to be joining you today is I want people to know that to support Israel, we need our leaders to help educate our young people. Because I'll tell you this, Omar and AOC and Rashid Tlaib, they're out there on social media trying to recruit people to support Palestine. They have the Palestine flag outside their congressional office, and a couple of Republicans have the Jewish flag outside their office, and they're the Israel flag, but not as much as it should be compared to the opposition. We have to fight back harder on that ground. And being at Purdue University, which I want to be clear, there's a lot of great people. I've met great people who are from Palestine. Nothing against them. Mm-hmm. But in terms of the cultural belief, I believe very much.
What do you think is the most effective way to fight harder? Use that phrase. We need to fight harder.
The most effective way to fight harder.
Yeah, because this is what Reed's channel is all about, is having cordial conversations.
I would say to fight harder, we need to win the social media game. I want to go back real quick to Black Lives Matter. When that came out, there was a lot of people that posted that black square, if you recall.
Yeah.
What if we could all post a blue and a white square to show awareness for Israel like they did for Black Lives Matter? We need to win that social media ground game to educate people, because I'll tell you something as well. When they did that, people subscribed to all those channels, all the influencers, Taylor Swift, people like that, actors who were liberal, singers who were liberal, and now all they see is because they follow Taylor Swift or because they follow Adam Sandler, who's liberal, they see all the liberal stuff, Pride Month. So we need people to do that on our end. We need to try to recruit more celebrities to support our cause. We have a couple that do, such as, Colby Covington, who's in MMA, Brett Favre, people like that. But we really need influencers like Kylie Jenner or Kim Kardashian that are big for my generation to get that ground game out there. Sadly, though, they all are left-leaning, so that's the problem. But if we do that, we can fight back harder to answer your question.
You want to do something fun?
Yeah.
Let's role play.
Wow.
I want you to practice having a conversation with someone you disagree with, let's say a Palestinian supporter. And I'm an Israel supporter. I'm like you. But I'm going to play the part of a Palestinian supporter. And I'm going to purposely try to trigger you. And I want you to be a little more dead inside and keep it as cordial as you can and ask questions of me, and I will of you, to try to understand each other and maybe come to some type of resolution. Okay?
Yes.
So, begin scene. You're an Israel supporter?
Yes, sir, I am.
You do know they are committing genocide to the Palestinian people.
Because they're fighting back for the land that they once had.
It was stolen from the Palestinians back just after World War II. You do realize that.
If you go back to World War I, there's more information from that.
Okay, let's cut right there. Can you tell right away that the tension's high between us, right?
Yes.
I'm purposely trying to trigger you. I'm just like boom, boom, boom. And you're going boom, boom, boom right back.
Yep.
What could we do to make that better?
So you're saying a more civil conversation?
Yeah. Like, what could you have done differently?
I can't say drink a bourbon because I'm not over the age of 21, so...
That would work.
But yeah, pretend I was 21. I think that might be an answer. I don't know.
Try this.
I am 18, though, in college. I'll leave it at that.
I'm going to ask the same questions again, but I want you to try this. I want you to try to understand my point of view first, repeat back my concern or what I've said as best you can, and let me know as a Palestinian supporter that you understand me, where I'm coming from. And then you can ask a question back or make a statement. You don't have to coddle me, but you have to let me know that at least I'm being heard. So let's try again. Begin scene. Act 2, scene 2. You're an Israeli supporter? You know they're committing genocide, don't you?
Not exactly, sir.
Oh.
And can I explain why?
Okay, let's reverse. Let's reverse. Now you be the Palestinian supporter.
Okay.
And I'll be the Israeli supporter. Okay. Scene 3.
You know that they're supporting genocide.
I understand that many innocent people in Palestine are being killed. And it breaks my heart. And I do not want that. But I implore you to understand where the Israelis are coming from. They've been terrorized, and Hamas is hiding amongst the people. And I weep when innocent civilians die. But I really respectfully disagree that this is genocide. This is a people's trying to protect themselves as best as they know how. Okay, so you see the difference there?
Yep. You gave a better explanation.
Number one, let the Palestinian supporter know that I feel for the situation. It's not good. War is never good when it comes to civilian casualties. But then you gave the other side of try to understand where the Israelis are coming from, sort of thing. Do you like that?
Interesting. I do. That's a very good, and it was warm heartening.
Yeah. I did this with a Muslim about a week ago.
Where at?
On my YouTube channel. And
virtual or in person?
Real life, yeah. It was live, but it was streamed on YouTube. And he really struggled playing. I asked this Muslim to play the part of an Israeli Jew. And I played the part of a Muslim. And he really struggled. He couldn't do it. And I think if people could actually flip sides and do really understand each other. You don't have to agree with each other, but at least understand where they're coming from. I agree with you, social media has a big impact, but I think this would have even a bigger impact. One-on-one conversations like this.
I think that's very valid.
So watch his channel.
I will. Thank you so much for having me on. One other thing, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I think one other thing about college campuses is that we have to win that culture war, though, because the culture war is what sucks people. And I go back to Black Lives Matter real quick. That's what brought a lot of people on board to follow those liberal pages. So not just about the Israel and the Palestine conflict, but, you know, they all subscribe to them. And I know people before who were like Trump supporters, but after BLM, they were like, you know, Trump's this and that, and they became the biggest
Well, I'm
liberals.
an old fart, so my thing is get off your phones and start pulling the weeds.
Say it a little louder. Come to Purdue and say it. Although we do have people that are working to become engineers at Purdue, so they are educating people in something.
What year are you?
Freshman.
Freshman. Wow. And you like it so far?
Yes, minus the couple parts I mentioned on the show.
Yeah. Well, and what are you planning to study?
Undecided. I'm still in my first year, but we'll see. Maybe something. We'll see how good I do in math.
Okay. Well, good for you. I'm happy for you, and all the best.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.